Okay, so the sun is just coming up, and it is the 14th, I think, of March 2024, and of course the sun is just coming up. I'm opening the door, and of course as soon as I open the door, planes are starting up. Now patroller getting out of his car straight in front of me. See, that's what you have. Patroller straight in front. Lights still on in the back of the car, as you can see. The sun's up. Early morning. I will soon be surrounded by an army of work operatives, which are really an android race, in the sense that two ways. They're made differently. They don't have happy human traits. They're controlling, paranoid beings, and also they use technology, advanced technology of mental mind to brain or mind to skull technology. You know, another patroller coming onto the street at this early time. Just see, this is a patroller in front. There was, I think there's going to be work done right next door and next door to next door with a big, huge construction. So you're always surrounded by a construction site, but it's really a construction site that conceals the army android beings that combine through technology. They literally are living through the human mind. They're not living through their own life. They're actually living only through the human mind. Of course they do activities and things, but they mainly come to life when I actually come to life, shall we say. In other words, the minute I focus on them, they get more energy, because they're not human. Now, this is very difficult to explain, because you just assume that everyone and everything is human, and that humans tend to function a certain way. But no, these beings operate in a combination. They're not individual, single thinking human beings. No, they're a combined race of beings. That simply means that they're all the same. They share one mind, and that one mind is connected to human minds, so that they can learn how to imitate being human in order to infiltrate the human existence, take over the human mind, put into practice the transhumanism that they think will give them a form of longevity, because they're going extinct. And here comes one trying to control me right over my head. Pigeon, it even says. That's a bit much, but that is actually the actual army. But the army is connected to all the civilians and to every single residence, every single industry, everything that makes the city of Sydney work and keep going, that provides services, is all connected to the army, and the army, of course, is connected to the powers that be. And essentially, it's all just one big human suppression, because they're all about taking over the human mind, or combining with the human mind. And that's exactly what they've done. They've took over my mind. They read my thoughts right now, which is why they're going to come round and try to wipe me out right this very second. Point taken, because basically they've read my mind. The sun's hardly been up very long. The planes have been overhead. And of course we have someone in the place, not opposite, but just coming down, see here, that's going to make sight and sound disturbance. If I come out, I see them, and I will hear that sound all through the place where I'm living. And there's another patrol plane right in my line of sight. See, wherever I move the mobile is where I'm going to try to look, so that you see that they take over your sight and sound. Watch this. He's going to be subtle, but look. He will be really loud when I turn the mobile off. What are they playing around on the street? That's an army. That's actually an army soldier, or an army footman, whatever you want to call it. They're like the, you know, they're civilian army, because we have like what you call, you know, you don't have like an open war against human beings. See how there's someone there in their car and there's a patroller here? I'm just going to show that they're patrolling around. See, there's a patroller there, there's a patroller there, and there's one that just went there. And of course we have noise coming from next door. They usually are much louder than that with those machines. As soon as I turn the mobile off, it will be, you know, at least double that sound or 3 times it. Plane is coming, and it's even diverted itself, even because I've stood out here. See how the plane has diverted itself to come right over my head? It's a small plane, small jet. See, there's 2 operatives there. As soon as I go inside, they'll come right up and outside this door here to suppress me at a frequency vibration level, which simply means a sound level, because my sight and my sound is my reality. So we have three lots of work going on around, and then we have this army operative that will just go up and down the street with that noisy machine playing around with the grass. Mobile won't pick it up anywhere near as loud as my sound. Noise there, so we have noise there. We have a workman in their vehicle there, and in my line of sight I have a plane going right in my line of sight. See, right in front where that cloud is, see how it's moving? That's my line of sight, so that shows me that I'm always patrolled. See, there's patrollers here. See, there's patrollers here, right here. See, can you see them right next door? So we have 3 or 4 on the street, and they're literally surrounding you, and they will make noise there, which means sound, vibration. Normally they are much louder than that, but because I'm filming, they are being quiet, so that the mobile doesn't pick up the sound the same as my ears. But as soon as I get up, I'm inundated with this frequency and vibration, or in other words, the android's coming around making negative mechanical sound all around me every day. And because there's a patroller next door, I've just come inside because there's a patroller next door coming. But I mean, when I say that, I mean I think that they're all controlled that way, and I think that I will play some. I better turn this off here and try and find something else. But there will be 3 lots of work going on around me, and this is just a daily activity. This is not normal, and the plane going over as I speak. See the plane going over the roof as well, so you have the planes going over the roof of the place. These planes follow me. They even divert their path in the air, which I've observed. Better turn that off, because I'm always suppressed and always sidetracked and always feeling like as though I'm not, functioning. Because naturally, if you see, I'm finding it hard to focus on the screen here because I can hear that noise coming in the street. And that's just one workman. Usually they have 3 with a big machine as well, so you can imagine the noise. That's to make sure that it comes in the house, you know, because if I go out onto the street, you can hear it. But they want me to hear it even inside the house, so that basically I'm always aware of their presence. And always suppressed, because that sound is a negative vibration. To have large mechanical sounds of a negative frequency and vibration, or in other words, just very annoying, angry sounds. This happens with everything and everyone. You know, I'm going to show, I don't know what I'm doing here, to be honest. I really don't, because already I'm, you know, got the washing all over the floor, got the, you know, oh, there's a patroller. As soon as I come out, I've got the line of a patroller in my line of sight. See the green jacket there, the green shirt? Always aware of their presence, always making a noise, always. And, you know, I'm obviously a bit shy here, so I don't want to show them too much, but they're showing themselves to me every second of the day. I cannot go anywhere without having a stalking, patrolling android in my line of sight somewhere, always following me around, always making noise. This noise goes on with this street program every day, day after day, hour after hour, playing. Planes over my head as soon as I come out the door. That's just part of it. So it's a continual transhuman mind suppression of me, because they see everything through my eyes. They read what you're thinking and what you're thinking about everything. They are living, the androids are connected to the human brains and the human minds through the internet, spider's web, technological connection. This is just one workman with one little gadget making all that noise. One workman with one little street thing here. One, just one. Two patrollers, now a patrolling car. You notice how these patrolling cars, there's only a few houses over there on this street. Here we have a walking patroller. You know, a small dead-end street with, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses there, okay? And you have these vehicles. See how this vehicle is just pulled right up in front of my line of sight, see? Wherever I've got the mobile, that's where I'm looking. Plane is also above that car in my line of sight. So you have the car and the plane patrolling, even though you won't see the plane going away. That's where my line of sight is. Where I'm putting the mobile, and watch this patrol car come back. It will just patrol the street. I'm just showing these patrol cars. They're literally the same as police patrol cars, except that they usually make a lot of noise. When they come onto the street, they usually, only some of them make noise, but everywhere else where I go in Leichhardt, these patrol cars make aggressive road rage sound as they go past you. And that is also true of every bus, every garbage truck, and every two patrol cars. See how they just, see how this one, see, did you see how one pulled out of the space and the other one pulled into the space, and yet they don't live on the street? That's like coordinated systematic traffic patrol system, where they're literally pulling in and out in front of one another. See, that car pulled out, and that same one that went down then just pulled into that space where it left, right in front of my line of sight. I only hope that I showed that. That happens everywhere I go every day of the week. That would not be possible if it was a random natural traffic. These are all connected to my mind, voice to, it's like skull. That's why they call it skull and bones, these different things. show the skull and bones thing on the TV because it come up yesterday, to show that these are all just part of the one God entity that rules Earth, but they're all different cults or things that we hear about and think they're like a conspiracy, but they are a conspiracy against humanity, but they're all just like different religions of the world, and that's also true. We have, see, line of sight plane in my line of sight, noisy gardening patroller making all that noise. See, the noisy patroller? And they will get noisier as the sun comes up more. See, the sun is just coming up there, not even up yet through that house there. See how the patroller is there? That's all that noise, which is not noisy probably for the mobile. Very noisy for my ears. Very noisy. Very anti-life. Everywhere I go I have this. These things pop up. Usually there's 3 of them on the street, so they're not wanting to show how noisy and anti-life and anti-human they really are. That's an android being. It's an android artificially intelligent army operative. And I think I'll have to go in because the sound is even worse out here, even though it's just one man android. Androids are not actually are not human men at all. No, they are a different species, a different breed, as they say. And I've lost track of what I'm even talking about, because it's very difficult to do these things when you're surrounded and you're very aware of their presence. See, they make the noise so that if you ignore their visual, then they overtake you with the sound. But this is very early in the morning too, so why are they on the street this early? But some people would say, yeah, that's right, does this workforce around Patricia Gilligan in Henry Street, Leichhardt, in the city of Sydney, does it start, you know, at 6 o'clock in the morning and goes through till 6 at night? Patroller coming out of the house in my line of sight with the other noisy workman patroller. They're both. One is civilian army, one is council army. Council is part of Inner West Council, makes up 150,000 workmen. Plane over my head. Patroller walking up the middle of the road. That's just to let you know that they're patrolling. See how they walk on the middle of the road. Who walks along the middle of the street? But that's just to... And I can't show that there will be a plane coming into my line of sight wherever I look, but I'm looking at the ground here now to try to avoid any visual contact. See, the noise has frightened even the birds away from their bred there. And as soon as I look up my line of sight, a plane right in front of the sky there. Unfortunately, the mobile does not pick up those things. The mobile will not. I need to zoom in, but my eyes pick it up. But essentially, I'm going to go inside and try to just... I wasn't going to make this video, but because I thought I might get the birds out here and film them, and there was a dog next door, but the dog went away and the birds flew away before they had their bread and before I could get a little few photos of them. So that's the way it goes. And now if that patrolling gardening person comes back, you know, you will see that it's a patroller. As soon as I said that, sound suppression. Human sound suppression. Everything frequency, vibration and energy, we're told. my energy and vibration and frequency is being lowered. Everywhere I look, I can see a patroller, but I can't show that with a mobile. But you can hear it, hopefully. And normally it's 3 times that sound when they come along here with the workforce. But they don't want me to show their patrol force. They don't want me to show you that they're an android species using technology to suppress a human being that is trying to leave them alone in a street. Over my head, everywhere I go, planes. Patroller on the street, right in front. This is a small dead-end street. Like I say, there's only 2 houses here, 3 or 4 over there, and we have all this activity every day. They come along here and play around with the grass with these machines every couple of days. How normal is that? Would that be possible? I don't think. This is not even like, this is not an elite area, but the elite controllers of Earth want to control the remaining human mind for transhumanism so that they can survive. Plane in my line of sight straight in front. Plane taking over my sight there, going through the cloud as soon as I look up. Also I can hear the sound of it. But it's not as noisy as when they go right over your head or right over the roof of the place. See how long this fella will stay on the street making all that noise. Another patroller right in front pretending to move stuff out of the boot of the car. They're always right around you. They're always in your line of sight. They're always taking over your sight and sound in a negative, stalking, angry manner. See, that machinery is angry. Just as the traffic all have road rage. Every vehicle on the road has what you'd call road rage, making aggressive, loud noises as they go past you only. And another thing that I'm going to try to show if I can, if I've still got any energy and any life left in me, I will try soon to take the mobile just down to the road, down the main street road, and show that there is a massive traffic attack waged around me. Only when you realise that the city of Sydney has a total underground tunnel traffic system in place. Under all this ground here where I am, there is a traffic tunnel system where all the traffic is supposed to go so that you have peace and not much traffic up on the roads up above. But I could show that wherever I go, just in this small suburb of Leichhardt, whatever street and road I go on, there will be at least 10-20 times the amount of traffic that should be there. This patrol is just going to stay with that noise in my ears while I'm here. And the plane is over my head. Oh. Patrol vehicle pulling in. Patrol vehicle pulling in. Patrol vehicle pulling out in front of me. Where did that person even come from? Why is there a car parked here? I don't have a car. None of these cars belong to the houses on the street. They have thousands of cars parked everywhere, all over Leichhardt. All over Leichhardt. And that these patrollers, these army operatives, which are in civilian form, and they're also probably actually part of that workforce. It's an army human suppression transhumanism workforce. And that's actually their occupation, that's their life. Also, they live through the human mind. Patroller, this is just a patrol car right in front. Sun is hardly up. is that fella going to stay there making all that noise? Like a normal, if that was a normal human being instead of an android, and we have an android here, here we have an android, these are all down the street and all next door. Basically, they are army operatives. Look at them, just have a look. It's an army operative there. He's walking away because he doesn't want to show what noise he's going to make. He's going to come up here and make human suppression noise. And we have a stalking prowler opposite too. Look